What's going on, guys? Cyn for the win here. We are back with our franchise mode as the Ottawa Senators. We're picking up where we left off here, just getting started in the new season. 14-9-2 to start off with. Picked up a goalie in free agency. Maybe not doing exactly what we want, so we still might need to make that trade for maybe a more, solidified elite type goaltender instead of keeping taking these chances. But I think we're going to give him one more month of work here. Probably give it another month. See if he can start improving that, and then we'll kind of take him month by month, and we'll see in there. But if he doesn't, then yeah, we should probably make that trade. But yeah, making one right now. We're still kind of within striking distance, but we don't want to go too far hovering around that wild card spot because, one injury that to a key player or something could push us out of a playoff spot. So we're going to try and do that right now. So we're going to sim the month of December here and see if he can do any better. Now, there's a few back-to-backs in here, so Subban will still be getting some work in the crease as well, but and we'll see how Nedeljkovic does. Hopefully he can lock things down. We lose right there in overtime, didn't score enough. Unfortunate. Boston, not a good team. Can we take these easy points right now? Maybe. Check the draft class first, though. All right. Not looking like a whole lot yet. Scout's still working. We do have one guaranteed low elite. Another defenseman, another righty. And we probably don't need that as much anymore. But still low elite. We'll keep an eye on that. It's not going to show us that Boston thing, is it? Doesn't look like it. All right, we win against, I think we beat Boston, though, because we jumped from 14 to 16 right there. And we won right there as well, so I think Detroit beat us, though. RIP. Now, did Subban play that first game or second one? That's the question. Hard to say. People want Subban off. They want to give us Marchessault in a third. No thanks. Why would I need more offense? My offense is doing fine, thanks. We were pretty actually close to top scorers in the league. This is a very good month here. We've only lost twice. One of them was an OT. And now Christopher Tanev is injured once again. Yeah, as he goes up there in age, he's facing some injury issues. I believe this is the last year on his contract, though. So that's at least kind of good, but that's pretty rough for us. He's done some good service here, but we got to make that push. Got to get into these playoffs. Yikes. Yikes. 2 big losses in a row there. Not exactly what we needed after I just complimented our beginning to this month. Midway through, facing some adversity. 3 losses in a row now, getting shut out. Yeah. There we go. We turned it around. 2 wins, 1 a shutout, and again, it's in the middle of a back-to-back, but both goalies played really well there. So you can't fault them. Get this last win of the month. Come on now. End on a good... Nope. Damn it. All right, so the month didn't go as good as it was looking at first. Had a rougher end to the month, but again, I think that's partly because missing Tanev in there, perhaps. Yeah. Looks like it a little bit. All right. Get that back in. All right, second line's tapered off a bit, 30 points. Wow, still a good amount of points for Norris and Galchenyuk, but his first line starting to... No, not really. I was going to say his first line starting to take over point scoring. No. Not completely. Interesting. I'm still thinking this first line should be better than it is, but they're slacking right now. But hey, man, if Lafreniere gets up the first line, I think that'll be a better combo, even though it's, 2 playmakers and a 2-way forward. It's 2 playmakers feeding a shooter, essentially. Yeah, he shoots a lot. I mean, he's going to have over 200 shots this season. Wait, hold on. Did I just see? No, okay, I still said medium. For some reason, out of the corner of my eye, I thought that said high elite, but I was mistaken. But, I mean, it's still good that we got our second line clicking, But, yeah, 21, 14, and 4. Josh Norris still leading the team in points, almost point a game. And we are now up in second. Well, never mind. Tied 3 ways with the Canadiens and the Leafs for kind of seconds. So this is a very tight race right now, and it's not we don't have like one extremely good team in this division. So a bit tricky to kind of put a finger on it. But let's see if Nedeljkovic did indeed kind of improve over that stretch. It looked like he did, but some of those good games could have actually been, well, our overall goals against didn't, and our goals for went down. It would be hard to sustain what we had there. Power play went down. That's kind of understandable. It's at 31%. Pretty impossible. Penalty kill going down that much, though, I don't like. It was at a sustainable rate, and it's dropping. Not great. 4, 5, and 1 in the last 10. Yeah, we're still very inconsistent. We're just not able to put together these really good performances over and over again that we kind of need. Josh Norris is way out in front in point scoring. My goodness, I'm very surprised. 38 points. Lafreniere with 30. Galchenyuk with 30. Worrell 27. Marner 27. Kachuk 25. I feel like this first line needs to score more, and I just don't know why they're not. They did great last year. Well, I mean, Marner did great last year, I guess I should say. But Worrell's at least... he's not really on better pace than last year, honestly. They all got the stats, man. It's weird. They're just not clicking, I guess. I think they would. I mean, they look very well built. Maybe too much kind of defense on that line, which is, of course, isn't bad. Having defense. Wow, Worrell's fought twice. However, I don't know. Balcers is 23 points. I mean, this is a third liner. With some power play time, yes, but third liner only 2 points behind a first liner. It's not exactly amazing to have. Shabbat, 25 points, and Odell only 18 now, so it's not like those guys are taking away points necessarily from that first line as much anymore. You know, they've really kind of tapered off, and they're a very good pair, but the rest of our pair is not good. They're not performing super well, which is a bit of an issue. Yeah, he's not improving. That's not an improvement at all. Subban's doing tremendous as the backup. Nedeljkovic, no. I needed him to have a really big month. I think we got to go for a trade right now. I just think that's what needs to be done, so that's what we're going to go for here. Try to get ourselves a better goaltender. It needs to happen. If we can just get that goals against, I mean, we'll be a much better team. I could see us winning the division if we're able to get that going. So now I got to find who I was looking at again. I don't think it was anywhere here. I just got to find the names. I know one was Grubauer, and we're deciding between him and Bobrovsky. Is Bobrovsky still on CBJ, though? Yeah, he is. Okay. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't. Who the heck was it? Ugh, I forget now. Why'd I think it was Bobrovsky? Who knows? Anyway, I'll just scroll through these again and try to find them. And I'll memorize the teams now this time. Yeah, Grubauer. Okay, Grubauer on LA. And I know I'll remember it when I see it. It's bugging me that I don't remember it offhand. Oh god, it was way up here. Wow, oh, it was the last one, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. No. Winnipeg. Yeah, it was Hellebuyck. There we go. Jesus. So Hellebuyck. We can try for him. They do have a much better record now. And LA. They're both good teams, so we'll have to make it very worth their while to get rid of their number one goaltenders. Let's see, is Grubauer still maintaining his stats? For the most part, yes. Those are really good stats still. Go back to Winnipeg here. It's easier to do that. And we'll check on Hellebuyck. Has he improved? Yeah, so they're both doing very, very similarly. I would want to go for the better one, obviously. We could take them kind of year by year, as was suggested. So, put Nedeljkovic in there. And someone had a pretty decent... Yeah, Yeah, the one I was looking at. I think this is the one to trade. He'll take tons of time to get ready, and we're fine on left-handed offensive producing defensemen, so we really don't need this guy. Put him in there, and I still think we're going to need a pick to put in there. I think it'll have to be the first. Just might have to happen. To make it worth their while, yeah. A good, solid goaltender, a good prospect, and a first-round pick. Let's see what they say to that. All right, no, the value just isn't there. They want more. Understandable. Hellebuyck's great. We only are going to use him for a couple years, but we've built enough of a solid prospect pool where I believe we can afford to get rid of some guys. Let's look at the skaters matching blocks. They do want Teravainen. Don't necessarily want to give him anyone else on that high. Top 6, I could. A left winger, top 6, playmaker. Yeah, I could do that. I don't think I'll severely need that guy. That's a good option. Yeah, Lumala. All right, that's a lot. But again, I think it'll be worth it. This first will lose value over time as we, well, theoretically get better. I hope they don't say they don't want that contract because it's still, he's not as good as Hellebuyck, but I think it still should be within the range. Let's see what they say to that. Still not. Wow. Yeah, we're asking them to give up a lot. How much more can I give up here? They do want picks. First and a second. This is so much. If they don't accept this, then I might have to look elsewhere. Yeah. Let's look at LA here. That just might be too much. Even good, I didn't want to. They're both simming well, but I'm a little bit worried that when we get Grubauer, he just won't sim good on this team. It's just like a sneaking suspicion. But as I recall, no, they still, yeah, they do have a pretty solid defensive core. Especially with Doughty being in there. Their defensive core is really solid. I'm just looking at some plus-minus numbers here. It's similar to ours, actually. Yeah, he will start declining faster. He is 32. He is older, but it's a lot less value. Try to hold on to the first. I don't think that'll happen, though. They don't want Teravainen either, which made going after Hellebuyck a better option, but there we go. Okay, they accepted that with a second in there. So, yeah, it's, you know, it's not what my first choice was, but the fact is we're trying to buy time with just a better goaltender, essentially. And watching Nedeljkovic tear it up over there for some reason. You know? At least on the bright side is we'll know it's our defensive core. That's the main issue. But I mean, Subban's doing great, so it can't just be that, you know. So we got Grubauer now and Subban. Grubauer's having a great year. Try to remember what he's at. 0.927, 2.22, 4 shutouts. I mean, he's built on stat growth right now. So if he can maintain this, then that's good. I'm not going to extend him until like as very late as I can because I'm going to have to pay him. I want to make sure he won't lose that stat growth. So I'm not going to extend him right now or anything crazy like that. So better goaltender that we have now. We should theoretically improve as a whole and get some separation from Montreal and Toronto in the standings. We don't need to take first in the divisions. Of course, it'd be great. It's there for the taking. We're within range. But what we really need is to get that goals against down, and our scoring should take care of itself. So let's get this next month done and see what will happen after this trade. Let me just take some guys off the block now. It's getting annoying. Nope, nope. Surprising how many trades I've been offered. Ernesto McElhaney. What a beautiful name that is. All right. So there we go. No more being bothered with trades now. Hopefully don't get like blown out in this first game. There we go. 5-2. Brady Tkachuk. Playing through a minor injury as a true Tkachuk should. 9-2 victory. Wow. People inspired by this trade. We lose there, but we get a point out of it. Not too bad. Grubauer hasn't allowed more than 2 goals yet, so this is exactly what we need. If we can hold them to 2, we should win. And look at the proof is in the pudding. We have not lost, and I said it. We have not lost in regulation, but we just did. Anyway. Don't go on a losing streak. We're losing a shootout there. Now our goaltending's struggling. Losing a shootout again. Wait a sec. There we go. 2-1 victory. He's fine. Columbus is a good team. Can we beat them? Right, scouting report. Always happens when this season is just like always on a game. I'm looking to see the score, and then scout's like, "Hey," walks into the press box, hands me the scouting report. Ooh, my goodness. Scouts are doing real good this year. Oh man. Now we're getting all the right-handed defensemen because that's how it goes. Whatever your surplus is, yeah. All right, Ilya Kozhanov. I don't think he was actually out or anything. Nope, he's sitting there still. Kozlov's still growing. That's why I don't really need to bring him up. His offensive awareness is going to be completely in line with his overall, isn't it? So he needs to basically get to 88 overall to be extremely effective. But the thing is, he doesn't really take a whole lot. Oh, wait, he's taking more shots now. But still, 34 points, 42 games. He's going to be 30 goal scorer, which ain't bad in the AHL. I don't know. I'll hold on to him still. He is 21. I doubt he'll ever get to 88, but he might be a good second liner. We do have Norris, who's, better. I don't know. We'll see. Might as well hold on to him. Don't need to trade him with that low elite. All right, Ottawa. We're going to win this. Nope, we got shut out in the last game of the month. I don't see what we did to CBJ because of the scout thing. We lost to them in regulation. Yikes. We're still a little bit inconsistent with the goal scoring. And that is still holding us back. But we did improve a good amount over that month, so I'll take it. Wow. But everyone else improved with us? Maybe we didn't improve as much as I thought we did. I mean, dang, we need to kind of go on a tear. They're keeping pace with us, and we're not gaining any ground. We're still dead even. Yeah, no, we lost more than we needed to. Not a whole lot of games in that month, though, to be fair, but still. Those regulation losses, man. Even the shootout losses, too. We're leaving points on the table here. That's 3 shootout losses in that month. Leaving points on the table. Can't do that. Man. All right, how's the scoring? All right, scoring is kind of up. Looks like goals against sort of dropped. Power play is hanging in there. Penalty kill went back up. Well, we still need more improvement for sure. I'm hoping like hell Grubauer's stats didn't like tank on here. That would be not good. There we go. First line. Well, they're not exactly catching up. I think everyone else is just dropping off. But we do have a lot of guys who are looking to be at least 50-point scorers, so I guess that's good. Kind of like 8 different guys going to be 50-point scorers, so that's not bad at all. Yeah, we do have a lot of good depth scoring. Went up slightly. That's not the end of the world, but you don't want to see too much more of that. And Subban's going to be a very, very good backup for us still. Did he have 3 shutouts when he came here? Yeah, so he did get 1. All right, take a closer look at the defense. Oh, my goodness. Petterstrom and Brandstrom just not doing well. And Terrell and Tanev aren't doing well together either. Maybe it's time for a little shakeup? Only the first unit's doing good, but what kind of shakeup would really work? This guy's got good defensive stats. More, I don't know. First unit's really doing good. I wonder if I put Terrell up with Shabbat. Because Shabbat is a two-way guy. Yes, he scores a lot, and he's got tremendous offensive stats. But so does this guy. If I load it up on offense, I don't know. I'm just trying to think about. I was thinking about actually moving a Petterstrom to play with Terrell, but I don't think that'll really help. Because Tanev's super solid defensively. Yes, this guy's good, but honest, I don't know. Maybe offensive two-way on the top pairing, then two-way defensive in the second one. And the offensive defenseman in that top 6 just isn't good, though. And I don't know what I can do to improve that. That is definitely an issue. Just too many offensive guys, I think. Brandstrom may be on his way out. He's been supplanted, essentially, in every single regard. And we have the forwards necessary till we don't need him on the power play. I'm playing him there so, you know, doesn't lose ice time. Or doesn't lose morale due to ice time, I should say. He does have 7 points on the power play. Like I say, that ain't bad. Don't get me wrong. He's effective, but he's only got 10 even strength points. It's interesting. I'm not too sure. Let's take a look at the progress reports now. See how our growth's going. I don't know if we'll see a whole lot or any in the NHL. I don't even know if... Yeah, Nisimov looks like he's actually... Never mind. Stat minuses. Nothing. Unless Lafreniere. That actually could be. Yep. Slot shot power and wrist shot power went up. Not a huge amount of growth, but he's still growing, which is good. He's only 22. He's 85. I think he could still maybe get up to that top line. We'll see. All right, in the system... That guy we just drafted, man. McElhaney, he hasn't grown at all. Bit unfortunate. I was hoping to leave him off contract. He could still get a ton of growth. But yeah, I was hoping that leaving him off contract would let him have a really good season. That sometimes really helps. But I still think he'll get a crap ton of a off-season jump. If he doesn't, that'll kind of suck because, well, it's listed as depth, and I hate when they're listed as depth. I need him to be like third line ready before I want to put him on my NHL squad for sure. But we do have a lot of good growth overall, at least. Bird's growing. Pedersen is, or no, that's Peterson. Andronov, our franchise, he's up to 52 now. That's good. Nurmi, not looking amazing. Gub's doing good. Svensson, that's another one of our goalies, man. He's growing quickly. 67 and 19. Oops. How are his stats? What is it? Not really good, but he's playing in Sweden, in Scandinavia, so he's facing some pretty stiff competition. Speaking of which, how's Iginla done? He's growing a little bit. Oh, he's doing really well down there. He's got some morale growth as well as natural growth. It's really good to see. He should be NHL ready next year, honestly. Sokolov may be ready for the starting. Ooh. Not doing too good in that backup role, though. Not simming well. Which is interesting. I mean, he's listed as other goalie, but still, they usually do pretty well. I still think he'll maybe be able to grow enough to be ready for starting role in AHL. Then we could sign whoever goes next. It should be Svensson we could sign. And then play them together. Then, you know, maybe the next year, Iginla will be ready for starter. That's hoping that all things are going to be fine and good here. We'll see. That's kind of the goal here. But yeah, high fringe starter and an elite becoming our 1-2 punch goalie combo. And then we got 2 other goalie prospects coming up if Iginla turns out to not work out. But it looks like he's simming well. AHL's much different, though, so we'll see. Anyway, let's continue here. We'll be getting up to the trade deadline now and reassessing. We got to have... I want this month to be really good. Come on, guys. Shut it down and score. You got 2 jobs in this month. Shut it down and score. You didn't do either right there. Yikes. Come on, guys. Stop losing. We're better than this. Don't think it, know it. Let's go. Carolina's a good team, but we got to beat those good teams. That sucks. An injured stomach. He ain't gone for too long, but that's extremely rough. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. Sorry. All right, I think I know. Because Brandstrom's on the top unit, right? I think. Do that. Yeah. Do that. Give me a sec. I'm just figuring this out, how I'm trying to do this. There we go. And then put him in for Brandstrom. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I got myself mixed up now. But at least I'll remember Brandstrom will go in for Leroy. He'll be scratched. Then Tyrell. Oh, God, yeah, I'm already mixed up. Whatever, doesn't matter. It's what I get for trying to be clever right there and save time. I might actually cost myself more. It doesn't really matter. Put Galchenyuk in there for now. All right. Let's continue here. Ugh, another reg loss, man. Can't beat these good teams. That's unfortunate. Well, we did beat that one, but still. Minor injury that Galchenyuk played through. We need to string together wins. We got a bunch of back-to-backs, which means Subban will get ice time. He's a solid goaltender. We got to play good in front of our goalies. There we go. 2 wins on a back-to-back. Hard-fought victories. Shabbat's back. Cool. It wasn't even for that long. I really didn't need to do what I did, but I did. So he goes in for Tyrell. Where's Branstrom playing? Yeah. So Tyrell goes in for Branstrom. And then Branstrom goes in for Leroy. I'm pretty sure that's going to make everything right as rain. That looks like it should. That looks familiar. That looks good. I think I did it. Yes, I did. I did that. All right, cool. He's remembered. Yes. When in doubt, always follow your nose, kids. So we're good. We won those games, too, which was very big. And then we turn around and lose when Shabbat's back. Way to give him a nice homecoming. Frolik, no. Didn't get to use him last year. I think he's cursed. Come on, guys. Too many reg losses here. Way too many. We get some wins and then, reg loss, you know? Got to string together more. Don't do it, Ned Jelkovic. Don't do it. I know you're thinking about it. All right, good. We beat him. He played solid, though. All right, 2 wins and another back-to-back. Come on, keep stringing them together. Finish off this month. 3 more wins. I got to stop talking. Loss in a shootout, we get a point, which is nice. And then loss at reg. God damn it. Yeah, we're still not there yet. We're still not there yet. We need that better defensive core. We're doing better, but we're still not quite to that point. And you guys know the point I'm talking about, where I don't have to worry about the sim, where I can kind of just let it go. But we're not there right now. Anyone I really want to put in more than anyone else? Not really. So Boshaman goes in. All right. Please beat. Okay, we at least win that game. But yeah, see, just still a lot of inconsistencies here. Like we'll score real good, off games. Score real good, off games. Yeah. I think that has a lot to do with our first line not being really a true first line here. Josh Norris is still leading the freaking team in points. We're now a comfortable 3rd in the division, ahead by 5 points. Where the heck did Jesus? Look at Montreal, how they fell back there. Wow, that's horrible for them. But yeah, we're 5 points ahead of Detroit, 1 point behind the Leafs, 4 points behind Tampa. Locker room chemistry is actually dropping, but whatever. How is the team scoring and goals against? It's actually just staying right where it is. Yeah, it's really our goaltending. Or no, it's really our defensive core. Still just not where it needs to be. Where are those righties, man? We need them like yesterday. Power play's still doing good. Penalty kill's still doing good, and our goals against is still suffering. Annoying. It's just still like right where it is. Still been around that 2.6 mark. And this point scoring, man. These guys aren't even going to hit 60 points. Some of them might not even hit 50. It's weird, I got to say. But we still have good team goal scoring. I think it could be better, obviously. I'd be more happy with around 3.5, which would be very feasible if our first line was doing a bit more. But who's the weak link on that first line? I'm thinking it's Tkachuk, but I don't know. 13 points on the power play at this point in the year. Not good enough for the top unit, bud. We're just thinking who's the odd man out. Still need the shooter. Who knows? How's those defensive pairings doing? Yeah, still shit. Besides the top one. I think I still got to mix that up. So I'll take some suggestions. How should I mix this up? Thinking about switching Terrell and Odell. We were already thinking about that. Maybe trying to balance out our top 4 a bit more. Top 6 may just have to kind of suffer a bit. Did Petterstrom do better when Brandstrom was off that line? It looks like it. When Leroy was in. But, I mean, he's not a tremendous plus or anything either, so I don't know. Oh, my God. Oh, well, it's still better, but apparently it's a lot of our defense. Too many offensive guys, honestly. I don't know. I think it's just we got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys basically capable of producing good offense and not enough emphasis on defense. The thing is, we have all those guys in the system. We have them, but it's the waiting game. And Tanev declining this year is really not what we needed. I mean, it was inevitable, yes, but not exactly what we needed. One of these guys is going to be ready. You're not you, Havilid. Kapusta. Okay, Kapusta should be ready next year at least. That's good. And how about Tuomanen? Maybe the year after. Schultz is going to take a bit longer, and as a defensive defenseman, you want him to get there quicker, but he maybe 2 years. He'll be in the NHL still. I mean, we need him kind of very quickly. Hopefully, Kapusta is going to be a good, solid shutdown. He's not really that built for offense, which is good. More built for defense, which is kind of what we need. Hopefully, he plays a shutdown style. He is scoring where he's at, but why does it say Belleville? Because he's not there. He's not signed, whatever. Should say where he's actually playing if I took a closer look at it. Yeah, OHL. I mean, it's easy to score in the OHL. And, I mean, you'd think with his kind of overall that he would actually probably have more points. But this kind of reads to me like he's not going to be, like, a crazy point scorer. Like, even as an elite guy, like, yeah, he'll break his previous runs. But look, that's not, like, huge amounts of points. Like, if you think top 6, top 4, top 2, like, yeah, he could put up points, but I don't know. I still think he looks like more of a shutdown type guy. Doesn't track giveaways or takeaways. Yeah, you can totally tell from the ice time. Actually, he didn't do too bad right there. Might have been top 4 every year, or 2 years of top 2. Who knows? I don't know. Looking too much into that, probably. I still think he should be good on the shutdown. These guys are both 2-ways, which is still pretty good. This guy's not as good. It might take him 1 more year to develop anyway. And this Nermy guy. Okay, not the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, no, we got him there. It's just a matter of time. But while we're taking that time, we still want to be a competitive team, which we are. However, I do worry slightly about our goaltending. Well, our defense, I should say, in total. Goaltending and defense. I mean, saw how Grubauer was doing. He came here and immediately started to do kind of worse. So that's, which is kind of weird to me with how many defensive type players we actually have. I mean, dang. Hyman, Batherson, Brown, Norris, Worrell, Kachuk. Like, these are all forwards with good defensive type, abilities and good player types to be that. So is it time for Branson to go? Time to switch things up. Try to get more balance. Well, actually, yeah, I don't know. But we could try something like that in the defensive pairings. Maybe trade Brandstrom for, like, someone a bit more solid, but then we'll need another top 6 replacement left-hand side, which Havilland is not. This guy's a righty, and I don't remember him. No, he's not really built well. Not at all. Yeah, we actually don't have an immediate lefty coming up. So that's actually someone we should get to stick around for a few years in the top 6 if we get someone for Brandstrom, if we decide to trade him. Yeah, Tano's relatively done after this year, but it's there. Top 6. We need to get a much better top 6 for sure. I don't think having an offensive defenseman down there is doing us any good, and Branson's just not going to get any better than this. He's good to have asset on the power play, but we also have Odell, Terrell, and Shabbat. We really don't need Branstrom, and I'd rather hold on to Terrell and Odell because, well, both of them are pretty much guaranteed to be solid top 4, at least. So there's that. Other than that, I like the way our offensive core is. Still some minuses on that fourth line, but it's not heavily minus, so it's not too bad. And wow, Zach Hyman's a +7 somehow in the midst of that. Yeah, third line could be better. Is the Logan Brown experiment failing? Giveaway takeaway isn't bad. His face-off percentage isn't bad. Good amount of hits. You expect a little bit more production out of the guy, though, with those kind of offensive stats, for sure. And especially playing alongside of, Balcers and Anisimov. Like, these aren't no slouches. Like, these are pretty good players. It's a bit surprising how they're not all doing really well. And that's a solid combination. Sniper, power forward, playmaker. They don't have a true shooter on that line, I will admit. 135 only for Rudy. Brown doesn't take a lot of shots. 97 total. That's nothing. Vyacheslav Anisimov only 63. I mean, yeah, there's no real shooter on that line, but Balcer shoots enough, I think. But maybe not enough. So maybe even in the future, although Norris might actually get himself some stat growth here. Thinking maybe in the future, Worrell will be second line, or I'm thinking about that center playmaker guy we drafted. As he works his way up, I'm thinking in the future like that, Norris could be, third line with a couple good kind of passes. This guy might not ever get to second line, which I wouldn't even be upset about. He has really good defensive stats. He could be a solid third line scorer type guy. Anyway, I'm thinking Norris third line with like Balcers and this Anisimov dude. Maybe they lock things down. He can still grow a hefty amount though. That's not another question. But we still have Kulikov there, who is not as good defensively and more of a sniper. He doesn't really shoot much. But yeah, I'm just thinking future here, Norris, Balcers, and Anisimov. Still have Batherson centering that fourth line, and then the new guy coming up. That would give us triple playmaker, no shooter. So yeah, kind of still lacking shooters in some ways. Kozlov is more of a shooter, but with that low awareness, we might be needing a shooter of some sort in the future. We will have to see. But right now, I like the way our team's built. Defensively, though. What do we need? Do we trade Branson or hold on to him? Will we need to maybe outscore teams in the playoffs? Or should we make that move now and try to get a really solid top 6 for him and perhaps another asset? I don't know. I'm a little bit torn on that. There's a lot we could do. But yeah, you saw the result of the trade. Yes, I kind of think it did help a little bit. We did kind of jump up there, but it wasn't a huge impact. And the good news is, the silver lining is it did point out the hole in that being, okay, it is kind of our defense as well. It's not just a pure goaltender thing, which I kind of had a feeling of that already. We're just kind of waiting for things, but now we could try different combinations and such. I don't know. Anyway. So that will do it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to leave that like. Let me know those trade suggestions, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
If watching my videos just isn't enough sin for you, be sure to go over there on Twitter and shoot me a follow, and you could even join our Discord server as well to talk with some of the other sinners out there. The links to both are in the description.